Okay. Alright. So, apparently the last video didn't have audio. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll check it out when I get off here. But I wanted to get on and do this before I don't know, lose the courage to do so, I guess. God, I love that tea. Alright, and God, I love you. Thank you so much. Like I said in the last video, whoever's on here, please let me know if this has audio on it or not. If you can hear me, hit the like button. Okay, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, I wanted to get on here, and in light of recent developments, I wanted to correct a few things that I stated in some of my previous videos. Because as I said in those previous videos, I could be wrong. I was going over, like what I've pieced together and the little tidbits that I did remember in my life. However, I've been doing some shadow work and, you know, a little bit of therapy or whatever you want to call it, and repressed memories are a motherfucker. So, I want to set the record straight a little bit on my biological father. Now, what I said in the previous video, completely correct. However, apparently, I am actually not the product of that rape. What caused so much controversy is they thought I was. Okay? So, I don't know how all this plays out, guys, the itty bitty baby. All I know is what people have finally came forward and told me, and, you know, the things that I've personally gone through, the things that I've seen, which, as I said before, due to repressed memories of traumatic childhood and etc., a lot of those are hidden from me. However, now that I've been getting a little bit of help on, you know, the astral plane and, you know, just the physical plane and stuff like that, I'm actually able to remember certain things of my past that I'm actually able to remember certain things in my past that I previously blocked out because I didn't want to remember. So that's what this video is going to be about. I want to set the record straight on a few things. So, yes, my mother was raped when she was younger. One of the reasons surrounding this controversy is they thought it was the product of this rape. It was not by the person that she married. However, it was by somebody in their family. And they did that to cover up just in case a DNA test ever was issued. So it would look like it was just, you know, normal. However, the whole reason that I was actually able to escape the sacrifice is because the person who put me up for sacrifice apparently was not my real father. And as I said before, my mother had friends in that, how do I say that? My mother had friends in that group. Well, as I said before, it came out that I was alive. And this caused a lot, and I do mean a lot, of controversy and worry and everything like that within this family and the surrounding. Okay, I thought there was a way to pause these videos. I don't see a way to pause. I might just get on and record later. Y'all hang on one second, okay? Let me go see what's up with this little baby. Okay. So, I'm going to tell y'all straight up. Perfect. Okay, my family's not perfect. So when I record, I try to do it around like nap time and everything like that. My children are not asleep, and I had 2 of them stay home from school today. Those of y'all that don't know this, my children are special needs, so the absences and stuff like that are on a conditionary base. Anyways, I'm getting so off topic. It's unreal. Go back to the serious shit. So they tried to sacrifice me because they thought that I was a person. I don't know. Bottom line, my mother got me out of there and sent me to live with my father, my real father. Well, eventually, it came out that I was actually still alive. And so what they did, because even though that's not my father, my mother is from a very important bloodline as well. So either way, I'm a threat. I have very few memories of my biological father. Very few. One in which where he was talking to me with a drink in his hand on a chair. He was on a chair, and I was like this, and we were having a deep, meaningful conversation. And then the night something bad happened, and my father was framed for it. I remember a little bit of that. What I remember is me sitting in what was our living room of our apartment, and I was holding a bunny. It was one of those little white Easter bunnies, and it had blood on it. And I remember one of my father's friends who I guess was my adopted father, the one that took care of me, the one that raised. He explained the situation to him, and I was little at the time. I didn't understand too much what they were saying, but I understood the fact that I would be going away for a little while, and that he would be going away for a little while, that he had no choice. To my understanding, either that night or in the days following, my father got sent to prison. Before he got sent to prison, he made sure that there was a trust fund set up for me. He made sure that I would be taken care of. He made sure that basically all of my wants and needs should have been met. And a few months go by, possibly even years, and I didn't see my father. I didn't get to talk to him. Eventually, they told me he was dead. And like I said, guys, I was still real little at the time. I didn't, to my understanding, with all the traumatic shit that had gone down, I went to live with my aunt there for a little bit, and then when I got taken away from my aunt is when they actually gave me to my adopted father, which is the man who picked me up that night and told my father that he would protect me. So after I went and lived with my aunt, there was some traumatic shit that happened with her husband that she allowed, and I was taken away. In that time, I escaped from like a CPS facility, and yes, I call it a CPS facility because it looked like a fucking prison. And I was stubborn, and my aunt's family was the only family that I had ever known. Okay, because when I was taken away from my father, I was like really, really young, guys. Young enough to have an itty bitty little bunny that I carried around everywhere. And it was the only life I had ever known. It was my friends were there, you know, who I considered to be family were there. So I escaped and I went back to them. Well, CPS didn't like that much, so they came and picked me up. I think I got away with like three days to a week, something like that. And then they came and picked me back up, and then they transferred me to another state to where it wasn't easy to just run away. That's when they decided that the man who picked me up that night would adopt me, and they would do it in a different state. That way it would be harder to track me down, because in adopting me, the mother did not want anyone to know or realize, I guess, that I was adopted, because she was stealing from my trust fund and from the money that was sent to her and to them in order to take care of me. I did not ever see any of that money. I lived in a one-bedroom house with a stupid amount of people, and I was treated like a slave. So, and guys, like I said, some of this is out of context, out of place, and everything like that, but this is my story. It is what it is. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't force it to. It's my story, so, you know, if it helps you, I'm glad. And, you know, if it doesn't, then it is what it is. Okay? Maybe it helps somebody else. But the next few years were filled with some shit that I can't even mention. Sex trafficking. Like I said, I was treated like a slave. Within the normal life, I'm not going to speak too much on that. I just really wanted to get on here and clarify certain things about my father. Like I said before, he was framed and sent to jail, and I was told that he died. I'm not so sure of that now. This is not something that I talk about, guys, so just bear with me. To my understanding, my father was told that I was dead too, which was a complete lie, and hopefully he was not stupid enough to fall for that or fall for all the other lies that they have told. Hopefully he knows who his daughter is, and that the imposter running around in my name is not her. I'm pretty sure he does. Now, as I said before, to my understanding, he was locked away for a really, really long time. Now, throughout my life, I've I don't know. Weird. Bottom line is, I'm starting to remember quite a bit about my childhood with the help of certain people, and I appreciate that. Repressed memories are a motherfucker, guys. I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna start sharing a little more. This is not my forte. For those of y'all that know me, y'all know I don't really I don't know. I don't really get on and talk about my feelings and stuff like that. But you know, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, all that happy horse shit. But with what I used to do is journal. Okay. I would write my thoughts into journals. I would write lyrics into journals. I would write my life into journals. And then a lot of those journals got stolen. And believe it or not, a lot of those journals that were stolen produced a lot of the music that a lot of people listen today. Um, I don't need you to believe that. I don't give a fuck whether you believe that or not, because that's the truth. That's what happened. Um, some were given away. Some were sold. I did sell some. Um, but a lot of them were stolen. And that right there is why I don't journal too much anymore, because I don't know. It put like a stigma on it for me. So I just kind of shut down. Like there are times where when I'm going through a bunch, you won't see me, you won't hear me, you won't see me on live. I'll just disappear. You know what I mean? You'll go to my house and all of a sudden I've moved, or I've changed my number. Um, that shit's for a reason. The things that I have lived through are the word horrendous comes to mind. But I'm alive and I'm here and I'm spreading messages throughout the world, hopefully giving some other people some kind of light in order to allow theirs to shine. Okay? I'm trying to change the world as much as I can with what I do. Part of that is starting to get on here, and instead of journaling or disappearing and shutting down, I'm trying to release some of the toxicity that I've been through in my life. And hopefully, in doing so, it helps other people who have been through other toxic situations and experiences like me. Hopefully, it helps get y'all through some of the shitty days that I know I have. Okay, where I just don't want to get out of bed. Um, Today's not one of those days, thankfully. However, today is a very confusing, not necessarily confusing, just revealing day, I guess. From I got a message from God, to be honest with you. And it's hitting me kind of hard, this one, because um it's about my father and a couple of things that have happened in the last year or so, and just shit that's gone on. And I'm trying to get through it the best that I can. So me opening up here is kind of my journaling. All right. Just in this way, at least if it gets stolen, y'all know that it's me this time and not some uh, not some fake ass person claiming to have lived the life that I have lived to try and make money off of it and normalize violence and shit like that. That whole bullshit's an agenda. People need to wake up to it. Anyways, back to what I was saying. It is to my understanding that my father has sent people to check up on me throughout my life. I appreciate that. If you were watching this, I understand that they've probably told you lies about how I feel about you and that I never want to see you and that this, that, and the other, and that you were dead to me. You're not dead to me. I was told you were dead. This is to my biological father, which I know eventually you will get this because of your, I don't know, connections and determination, I guess. I don't know. But I know you'll get this eventually. And I want you to know I do not hate you. I do not resent you. And I do not blame you. Whether you were innocent of the crime that you committed or not, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I accept you for who you are and what you've done, regardless. Even though I'm pretty sure you didn't do that shit and you were framed for it in order to get you out of the picture. And I want you to know I get that. They tried to do that to me too, and it's not working. I don't hate you. I don't blame you. I love you. And if what I have learned is true and you are still alive, I would like to talk to you face to face. I know this is a long shot, but if you're staying in the shadows and you're scared to approach me because you feel that I am just like you, or you think that you'll mess up my life by me knowing the truth, I don't give a fuck. I just want to see my father again. And if what I have been told is true, you are alive. And you know who I am. I don't understand what you're waiting on. Unless it's to protect me and blah, blah, blah. And I get all that. I'm not worried about any of that right now, though. Especially if what I hear is true and you're in bad health. Heaven forbid this message is a little late and you did die last year. I apologize for not being there. And hopefully you get this message somewhere in heaven. The main thing that I want you to understand is I don't blame you for my life. I don't resent you for how my life turned out. I know in my heart that you did everything that you could to make sure I was set up before you went to jail. And it just didn't work out like that. The people who you paid to take care of me paid other people in order to keep me away from the truth. I'm telling you right now, I understand the truth. And the things that these people have done will not go unpunished. Everyone will be exposed. The lawyers, the judges, the cops, the corrupt officials, the corrupted banks. everyone who had their hand in your framing and or my downfall will be exposed. And if anything, heaven forbid, if you did die last year, hopefully this gives you a little bit of peace. And if you didn't die last year, and what I have heard is true, and you were still alive but in bad health, I would really love to see you before you go. And I'm not saying it's going to be perfect or a perfect reunion, or there's not going to be anything. I honestly, I just want to have a conversation face to face and get a hug like I used to. This is kind of weird for me, guys. I don't really do this type of shit, but I'm trying to. I've been told that I should open up more. That way, I don't cage everything inside and then blow up on the littlest shit, which I do. But like I said, I'm trying to heal, and first part of healing is admission. So I'm working on it. But as I said, if what I have heard is true and you were alive and you were staying out of sight for a reason, I guess I get it. I guess I understand. But we will be stronger together. And I don't want to overstep any toes. You probably have like a whole nother family and shit by now, but I don't really know where this was going, y'all. I just wanted to correct a few things that I said in my previous videos due to the enlightenment of new information. Damn. Okay. That's gonna be pretty much it, guys. I think I'm gonna go live on my other channel, kind of get my mind off of some of this shit. But I needed to at least release that message, I guess, and release the intentions on a conversation, a face-to-face conversation with you. So it's in God's hands now, and we'll see what that brings us. Some of y'all